If your life were a movie, it would not be trending. No soundtrack, no skyline montage, no train scene where the girl leaves town. Just a bedroom, a charger, a half-empty water bottle, and tomorrow, waiting again. You thought by now your life would feel like something, not just days. Part 1. The Quiet Loneliness. There is a loneliness that doesn't come from being alone. It comes from being early. Early in the dream, early in the escape, early in the version of you that knows what she's doing. You wake up, you go to class or work, you come home tired, you scroll through other people's lives, like postcards from places you haven't been brave enough to go yet. Everyone looks like they've started, and you feel paused. Part 2. The Fig Tree. Sylvia Plath once described life as a fig tree. Each fig was a future. One fig was travel, one fig was love, one fig was success, one fig was freedom, one fig was becoming someone new. And she sat beneath the tree, starving, because she couldn't choose. Not because she didn't want a fig, but because choosing one meant letting the others rot. And that is exactly how your 20s feel. You don't want one life, you want all of them. You want the business and the freedom and the money and the art and the love and the peace. But the tree doesn't wait. And the fear isn't that you'll choose wrong, it's that choosing means committing to one version of yourself instead of all of the possible ones. Part 3. Watching Other Lives. At night, you watch girls who look free. Different cities, different rooms, different versions of themselves. And it's not their life you want. It's the way their life feels. Chosen, light, intentional. Your life feels inherited. Same house, same stress, same family arguments echoing down the hallway. It feels like you're living someone else's routine instead of your own becoming. Part 4. The Misunderstood Escape. You think freedom lives in airports, in one-way tickets, and moving out and starting over. But freedom isn't distance. It's authorship. It's the moment you stop waiting for your life to begin and start directing it.
Guys, one of the hardest parts about being the friend who just, spontaneously travels and goes to different places all over the world is there's nobody who ever wants to hang out with you. Look, I can see it from their points of view. Like, they're working or they're at school or they have school work. It's like, I get it. People are busy. People have their own lives to live. But, gosh, can somebody just play pool with me?
Right now, your days blur together because you're surviving them, not shaping them. And nobody tells you that adulthood is mostly standing in the middle of your life asking quietly, who am I allowed to become? Part 5. The Boring Era. Every story has a before. Before she leaves, before she shines, before she knows her name. The before looks like being broke, being confused, being lonely, being unmotivated, being in the same place too long. No one posts this part though, because it doesn't look like magic. But this is where taste is born. This is where standards grow. This is where boundaries learn their shape. You don't become confident in applause. You become confident in doubt. You don't build identity in comfort. You build it in friction. Part 6. Feeling behind. You think you're behind. You think you're behind because you compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Their pacing is not your pacing. Some people meet freedom first. Some meet responsibility first. Some meet themselves last. You didn't miss the tree. You are standing beneath it. And this is the part where the main character doesn't know she's the main character yet. Part 7. When the story starts. A story begins when something changes. Not everything. Just something. A decision, a habit, a refusal to let your days feel identical. Not, I will become a new person, but I will stop letting my life be background noise. This is the season where you learn how to be alone without disappearing, how to save money without losing hope, how to dream without lying to yourself, how to build something from nothing, how to take your own life seriously. Quiet work, unpretty work, but necessary work. Part 8, 3 years from now. 3 years from now, this version of you will feel far away. Not because you became rich, not because you escaped the world, but because you chose movement over numbness. She will have stories, mistakes, flights, boundaries, proof. She won't feel behind anymore. She will feel authored. Honestly, if your life feels boring right now, it's because the plot hasn't turned yet. This is not the highlight reel. This is the setup. And one day, you will look back at this quiet chapter and realize this was the moment the girl stopped staring at the tree and finally reached for a fig. Not famous, not perfect, just hers. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave a like, comment what was your favorite part of the video or what resonated with you. Make sure to also subscribe if you haven't, because we are on the road to 1K. And with all that being said, once again, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.